From the very first second, the wolf pack launches a swift and coordinated advance toward the selected animal. Their collective strength and hunting instinct apply immediate pressure on the prey. A tightly coordinated encirclement forms an invisible barrier around every possible escape route. What unfolds when the wild wolves make their final coordinated move? Wolves are social predators, distinguished by intelligence and strong pack discipline. 3 primary wolf species inhabit North America, Eurasia, and the Ethiopian highlands. They communicate through howls, scent markings, body posture, and subtle eye signals. Endurance allows wolves to track prey across miles of challenging terrain. Despite their strength, they still depend on vast habitats, stable prey, and unity within the pack. On the North American plains, the elk is often regarded as a monarch of the wild. An adult male can weigh around 700 pounds, carrying antlers that spread like dry branches reaching into the cold sky. Yet its true strength lies in long, enduring legs, capable of sustaining speeds of up to 30 miles per hour over long distances. For gray wolves, the elk is not an easy target, but a test of strategy and patience. When winter blankets Yellowstone in snow, the pack follows elk herds across long distances, driving them through biting air near 20 degrees Fahrenheit. They do not rush in. Instead, they run alongside, searching for any individual that falters, weakens, or drifts from formation. When the opportunity appears, the wolves shift direction, cutting off retreat and isolating their target from the herd's protection. If a strong elk turns to face them, the pack immediately keeps its distance. They avoid powerful kicks that could bring a high cost to the hunt. As a result, wolves often guide the prey toward rivers, streams, or marshes, where each step becomes heavier. Elk may enter cold water to break pursuit, yet that choice can sometimes place it at a disadvantage. Its initial physical advantage gradually fades, while the pack patiently waits for fatigue to build over hours. At times, disturbances from nearby bison herds can also disrupt the elk's rhythm, drawing it away from safer ground. In Yellowstone, winter terrain determines up to 80% of the outcome, making every opportunity valuable. Dominance in the deep forest has never belonged to a single species forever. For gray wolves, strength lies in formation, discipline, and the ability to move as one unified body. But in the struggle for food during the cold season, the grizzly emerges as the most formidable rival, forcing the pack to weigh every move. After a demanding hunt, the wolves secure a vital food source, many times their own body weight. The scent of food carried by the wind draws in an adult grizzly, weighing over 600 pounds and capable of consuming around 90 pounds in a single feeding. It does not need to rush. A steady advance toward the food source is enough to push each wolf back and maintain distance. If a single wolf stands too firmly to defend its share, that moment can bring serious risk. Yet numbers are also the wolves' strength. When the pack reaches around 10 individuals and the bear is not fully grown, they close in from multiple directions, applying pressure until the rival withdraws. Under the guidance of the leading pair, one wolf steps forward to distract, while others circle behind to seek an opening. Once the bear retreats, order returns to the pack. Even in hunger, each member waits its turn according to rank. It is this discipline that allows wolves to endure as quiet survivors through the long winter. If any sound defines the spirit of the frozen north, it is the pounding hooves of tens of thousands of caribou shaking the ground. Not grasslands or dense forests, but the tundra, where caribou, the eternal travelers, move hundreds of miles each season. Weighing around 300 pounds, with wide snowshoe-like hooves, they glide across deep snow with remarkable agility. Yet gray wolves do not approach with overwhelming force. They move quietly along the herd's edges, using wind direction and narrow terrain to read the prey's reactions. Against such a massive moving body, the wolves apply pressure in waves, gradually unsettling the herd's rhythm. As the herd's protective structure begins to weaken, a lone caribou can easily fall into panic. At that moment, the slippery terrain becomes an ally to the wolves, making it harder for the animal to regain its place. The lead wolf closes in, guiding the direction of movement. The decisive moment unfolds as the lead wolf uses close-range pressure and physical strength, estimated at around 400 pounds per square inch, gradually gaining control of the outcome. Even so, success is never guaranteed. The success rate of wolves hunting caribou is often low, rarely exceeding 15%, though it rises when the target is a calf. In the harsh winter, a single successful hunt becomes a vital source of energy, helping the entire pack endure the freezing days. Amid a freezing snowstorm, the bison stands like a living fortress, rising nearly 6 feet tall. Its heavy shoulders, lowered head, and curved horns form a solid barrier across the open plains. Yet even this giant begins to lose energy as a gray wolf pack patiently keeps pace through the storm. The confrontation begins not with impact, but with short advances and sharp, rapid barks. The wolves spread out, maintain distance, then move in rhythm, guiding the bison herd to shift direction. Each moment the formation slows, the herd's composure is tested even further. As movement becomes disordered, a young or weakened individual may drift beyond the group's protection. The wolves do not rush. They simply close off escape paths, gradually wearing down the prey's advantage through persistence. If an adult bison turns back to assist, that moment of disruption can open new space for the pack. This hunt is not defined by strength alone, but by a contest between raw power and coordinated discipline. In the long, harsh winter, every source of energy is valued to sustain the flow of survival. The wolf's survival diet is highly varied, centered around large hoofed animals such as deer and elk. However, the snowshoe hare remains an important supplement when larger prey becomes scarce. In some regions, this small mammal can account for a notable share of the diet, often under 25%. That source of protein can sometimes help an individual endure the cold season. When a lone wolf detects the movement of a snowshoe hare beneath the white cover, the pace shifts immediately. It accelerates across uneven ground, reaching speeds of around 35 miles per hour. Yet the small prey is not easily overtaken. With powerful hind legs, the hare changes direction sharply, leaping nearly 10 feet in a single bound. Even so, endurance becomes the hunter's true advantage. After several attempts, the wolf begins to anticipate the prey's movements. A precise closing moment brings the pursuit to an end, rewarding patience and effort. This modest source of energy acts as a lifeline during winter storms. Wolves do not hunt hares only out of necessity. At times, it also serves as practice, helping maintain sharp reflexes, agility, and the instincts that guide the pack. The biting cold turns food into the most valuable resource in North America. In Yellowstone, each territory spanning nearly 50 square miles defines the living space of an entire wolf pack. When a lone intruder crosses that invisible boundary, it immediately triggers the defensive instincts of the territory's holders. To protect the group, adult wolves move in quietly, step by step, gradually closing off every possible escape. Without direct confrontation, the steady pressure of a coordinated formation forces the intruder to retreat. It stands as a clear example of the power of discipline and teamwork. The tension rises further when a coyote, weighing around 30 pounds, approaches the edge of the wolf's domain. The difference in size, combined with the wolf's overwhelming burst of speed, quickly shifts the balance. hesitation leaves the newcomer with no advantage, and it withdraws to avoid greater risk. In the harsh wild, survival depends on knowing when to act and when to step back. In the natural world, danger does not always rise from the ground. Sometimes it descends from the sky. They turn the open sky into a strategic advantage where even the smallest mistake can be detected. From breathtaking dives to perfectly timed approaches, every move is carefully calculated. In that world, is any creature ever truly safe beneath the vast open sky? Pelicans are among the largest water birds on Earth, distinguished by a wingspan of about 10 feet and a body weight of around 30 pounds. Their most recognizable feature is the enormous pouch beneath the bill, capable of holding nearly 3 gallons of water. That remarkable adaptation turns pelicans into silent fishermen across vast stretches of open water. Every feeding journey demands extraordinary endurance. From their nesting islands, pelicans may fly dozens of miles in search of fish for the next generation. Over the ocean, brown pelicans scan the water from about 60 feet above before folding their wings and plunging downward, using the force of the dive and their expandable throat pouch to scoop up fish. In shallow water, American white pelicans rely on a different strategy. They form a line, beat their wings across the surface, and gently herd schools of fish toward the shore. As the distance closes, their throat pouches open like living nets, capturing the fish while allowing the water to drain away. Yet even calm water can conceal unexpected danger. When a pelican lowers its head to filter its catch, its field of view becomes limited. From below, a crocodile may suddenly surge upward, turning a brief moment of distraction into a dramatic escape. On remote nesting islands, pelicans typically raise 2 to 3 chicks. Yet competition begins surprisingly early, even within the nest itself. Across the wild, survival has never been a gift freely given. Along the sun-baked sands of the Nile River, a rare alliance quietly unfolds. A pair of water-thick knees nests on the ground near the nesting site of a Nile crocodile. Weighing only about 10 ounces, they are small, but their large eyes detect movement long before danger arrives. That choice is not reckless. A Nile crocodile can weigh more than 1,000 pounds, and its presence along the water's edge is enough to make most intruders think twice. For the small birds, it provides a natural layer of protection. But when the crocodile leaves the shore to regulate its body temperature, that protective gap quickly opens. From the riverbank, A Nile monitor measuring nearly 6 feet in length follows the scent across the sand, slowly approaching the nest. The tension rises as the distance steadily closes. At that very moment, the thick knees burst up from the sand. They spread their wings, race low across the ground, and perform a deliberate distraction display. The sudden burst of movement causes the intruder to hesitate, while also alerting the nearby water. The crocodile returns, restoring the protective boundary around the nesting area. Each species plays a different role, yet together they create an effective defense. Along the Nile, survival sometimes belongs to those that choose the right moment and place their trust in a remarkable partnership. In East Africa, the shoebill appears like a creature from a prehistoric world. Standing nearly 5 feet tall, with an almost motionless posture and a calm, unwavering gaze, this remarkable waterbird commands attention not through noise, but through extraordinary patience. Unlike predators that rely on speed, the shoebill chooses to wait. Its massive bill, measuring nearly 1 foot long, becomes a remarkably precise tool in murky water. It can stand perfectly still for hours, blending into the reeds like a living statue while waiting for lungfish, eels, and water snakes to surface for air. Even the slightest ripple is enough to trigger its carefully restrained response. In the harsh wetlands, survival does not always belong to the fastest. It belongs to those that know how to master time. During the breeding season, each pair of shoebills typically raises only 1 chick, making every opportunity for survival especially valuable. Across the harsh landscapes of Africa, survival demands extraordinary adaptation. The woven nests of weaver birds are a remarkable example of that resilience. Suspended upside down from tree branches dozens of feet above the ground, these finely woven structures seem to defy gravity. In an ever-changing environment, their remarkable design becomes the first line of defense. Yet the treetops are never completely peaceful. The boomslang, a tree-dwelling snake measuring about 5 feet in length, moves gracefully along the branches in search of food. As it approaches the nest, the intricate woven fibers and narrow entrance become a major obstacle. That brief delay creates a valuable opportunity for the tiny nest owners. From the surrounding canopy, alarm calls ring out one after another. The parent birds immediately swoop in, coordinating repeated passes from several directions. Individually, they are small, but their teamwork creates enough pressure to drive the intruder away. It is a powerful reminder that cooperation can overcome the limits of size. protecting the next generation is never easy. Through remarkable natural engineering and an unwavering instinct to defend one another, weaver birds overcome one challenge after another. Across the vast African savanna, the future of a species is often shaped by unity, resilience, and the determination to never give up. Seagulls glide effortlessly above the waves with a graceful, familiar presence. Their calls had become one of the signature sounds of busy harbors. Yet behind that ordinary appearance is a seabird full of remarkable surprises. As omnivores, seagulls adjust their diet with the seasons, rocky shores, and the tides. They feed on fish, small birds, rodents, or whatever washes onto the beach. With sharp eyesight and a wingspan exceeding 5 feet in the largest species, they survey both the water and the shoreline. At freshwater lakes, an isolated duckling or pigeon can quickly draw their attention. One low glide, one perfectly timed approach, and the calm surface erupts in an instant. The encounter lasts only a moment, just long enough to turn a peaceful lake into a scene of sudden movement. Their advantage comes not only from boldness, but also from a body built to seize opportunity. Flexible jaw joints allow seagulls to swallow surprisingly large prey, even a wild rabbit weighing about 3 pounds. Out over the ocean, when schools of fish rise near the surface, seagulls gather into a swirling white cloud. One after another, they descend in rapid succession, leaving the fish confused and scattered. Their remarkable cunning reaches its peak along the cliffs of the Atlantic, where puffins return carrying fish to their nests. Seagulls wait silently like white silhouettes against the gray rock. The moment a puffin touches down, a sky pirate swoops in and claims the catch right outside the burrow. In the natural world, they resemble a cold, organized mafia, taking advantage of every opportunity that appears. In the animal kingdom, the eagle stands as a remarkable example of power shaped by exceptional biology. Positioned near the top of the food chain, its binocular-like vision transforms the sky into a vast observation platform. With a wingspan exceeding 7 feet, it masters rising air currents to create breathtaking hunting flights. That extraordinary ability becomes even more impressive in the world's harshest environments. Along the steep cliffs of the Alps, a golden eagle uses talons capable of generating about 400 pounds per square inch of gripping force to challenge mountain goats many times heavier than itself. By combining gravity with the rugged terrain, it forces its opponent off balance during an intense pursuit. Deep within misty forests, the harpy eagle demonstrates remarkable spatial awareness and precision. It slips effortlessly through narrow openings in the forest canopy, locks onto its target, and reaches a monkey moving through the branches within moments. That precision turns the dense rainforest into a natural tactical advantage. Its remarkable adaptation is equally evident when facing snakes. Legs protected by tough, armored scales help reduce the risk from sudden defensive strikes before the eagle quickly regains the advantage. Every movement is efficient, precise, and free of wasted effort. Beneath its powerful wings, the eagle remains one of nature's enduring symbols of strength and authority. Its presence helps maintain balanced wildlife populations, supporting the long-term stability of the natural world. Birds of prey are among nature's most important links. With more than 500 species adapted to different environments, they dominate a wide range of habitats. Each group follows its own strategy, from watching patiently overhead to choosing the perfect moment to move in. They are more than hunters. They also help maintain the natural balance of wildlife populations. That remarkable precision is what makes the sky a realm of order, balance, and constant challenge. The wolf pack brings the hunt to a close with a decisive and convincing outcome. Strength and survival instinct clearly reflect the harsh laws of nature. The story of the wild still holds mysteries that remain unrevealed. Please subscribe and like the channel to stay connected with the next journey into the natural world. Your support helps continue bringing even more compelling content.